This past week, major Xbox news came out that would affect the cloud space in a big way. On top of pretty much readjusting how Game Pass works and receiving a lot of criticism for doing so, tech news site The Verge has been reporting that Microsoft is apparently getting ready to talk about Xbox Cloud gaming, but free. Now you might be wondering, what's the catch? How is it free? Well, the catch is that you're going to be watching ads to play. Look, myself, I don't really like the idea of watching ads to play games, especially if it's not done correctly. That being said, there definitely is going to be an audience for this. Thankfully, based on what The Verge is reporting, it does sound like they're handling ads in a pretty good way. It doesn't sound like anything too ridiculous. The author's understanding is that the free ad-supported version of Xbox Cloud Gaming is going to include the ability to stream games that you own, as well as stream games that are eligible for free play days. Those are the days that Xbox selects a few titles for you to try for free over the weekend. Last but not least, you'll also be able to stream Xbox Retro Classics. According to internal testing, you watch about 2 minutes of pre-roll ads before a game becomes available to stream. Sessions are capped to about 1 hour with a total of 5 free hours available per month. However, that limit could change should the feature go live on Xbox consoles. Now I gotta admit, it's pretty interesting to see them test this out. It's been rumored for quite some time, and they're doing so right after major changes happened to Game Pass and Xbox Cloud Gaming as a whole. 1440p streaming was made available to Ultimate members, as well as access to Xbox Cloud Gaming to both Essential and Premium members at 1080p. Whatever the case may be for all these recent decisions, it's clear that Microsoft wants to emphasize the cloud a little bit more than normal. And truthfully, I'm all for it, because I have little to no doubt that Xbox is one of the biggest leaders in the cloud gaming space, and I wanted to see them do some upgrades for a long time. Expanding access and improving resolution is a good start, but I hope there's more to come, because I think GeForce Now has really proven just how good the cloud can get, and Microsoft is one of the few companies that I really think can challenge Nvidia in this space. They have the capital of both Nvidia and Amazon, but they have something both of those companies lack in my opinion, and that's a sizable player base. While I do feel GeForce Now is getting a decent amount of traction, I'm not feeling too confident about Luna. And despite Microsoft's current hardships in the traditional gaming space, I do still think they have a pretty good sizable lead over these two. I really do think that Xbox is just in a very interesting spot when it comes to gaming at the moment. It's clear that their era of exclusives are over, and they just want to be accessible to as many players as possible. The best way of doing so is the cloud. It cuts the most barriers down by letting you use whatever device you have lying around and turning it into an Xbox, as they like to say. And they only recommend a 12 megabit per second connection for 1080p streaming, which is actually relatively low. Jason Ronald, Microsoft's vice president of Next Generation, even had the following to say: "I think for us, it really opens up the opportunity to make it much more affordable and make it more accessible to players, whether that's going into new regions or new ways to actually access the cloud." Now, I do want to get a bit into rumor territory here, so be aware this is all conjecture and my own opinion, but there's been rumors speculating that next-gen Xbox might be more PC-like than ever before. Some other people going even as far to suggest that Xbox may be allowing other manufacturers to make an Xbox too. There could be a variety of different SKUs, maybe some cheaper than others more powerful. I don't know if I truly believe that, but I do see a future where Xbox wants to have the availability of being able to upgrade the hardware. More importantly, upgrade it without having to introduce a whole new console generation. If you're wondering why, just think about the cloud gaming component and the benefits of being able to upgrade your hardware whenever you want. Think about how GeForce Now has been upgrading so consistently, leading to some awesome features like 5K streaming, 360 FPS support, and ultra-wide support. And that's on top of just better performance for AAA titles. Microsoft should be wanting to do the same here, and I really hope they are. Whatever future lies for Xbox though, is worth keeping an eye on. Whether or not the structural changes within Xbox end up paying off for them is still up in the air. But I have little to no doubt that if any company can manage to pull off a big swing, it's probably Microsoft and their boatloads of money. Now, before wrapping things up, I do want to ask you all a question. Do you use Xbox Cloud Gaming? Are you an Xbox user? And what do you think of the direction Xbox is currently taking? I feel like there's a decent amount of you who watch this channel that are actually here for the Xbox news primarily. So I'd love to hear your current thoughts and satisfaction with Xbox. I have my own opinion, which I plan on making a video down the road, as I think there's a lot to discuss there. But to summarize it into short, I really do think Xbox is leaning away toward having traditional hardware. I do believe there will be another Xbox, but I don't think the focus is going to be mainly on it. I really think it'll be a stopgap for the traditional gaming until more and more people adopt alternatives like the cloud. Either way, that's a topic for another day. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button and want more like it, subscribe to not miss out. And of course, this has been Steven from Anytime Anywhere Gaming, wishing you a great day, and until next time, I'll catch you in the clouds.